Welcome to the Huffin' Show.
Welcome to the show, have a seat, my nigga, recline back. Real niggas making a speech, so acknowledge that I never turn bitch to the ops. And I can promise that this 4 nickel tucked on my hip, that bitch Obama black. See a target, lock onto it, then demolish that. My shooters got degrees for they aim. They on top of that, they like he wearing skinny jeans.
Better than Shannon Brown.
Is anybody better than him?
Shannon Brown. You hear how you say his name? Shannon Brown. He still got braids.
It's not Monica's fault, bro.
He still got braids.
It's not Monica's
He
fault,
finally
bro.
let the braids go, I pray. No,
It's not
he's
Monica's fault, bro. Okay?
It's not.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you for agreeing with me. So let's move on.
I mean, it is. It's Monica's fault, bro.
No, too late.
It's Monica's fault, bro.
Too late. You agree with me. Let's move on. We're moving on. So let's talk about
Because ain't nobody getting divorced over no basketball.
Let's talk about
Except John. John will get divorced over basketball. That's
If my wife is a terrible WNBA point guard, yo, we gotta sit down and talk.
You're a horrible person.
What are we doing here,
Field
man?
goal percentages is off this season. What's
Right.
going on?
Your free throws have dropped by 13%.
You gotta work on that or you gotta get out of here.
Right,
You're
either
on
get your free
probation right
throws
now.
up or
I'm gone.
I'm leaving.
You gotta raise that
Get outta
assist
here,
to
bro.
turnover ratio, or
Get
I'm
out
taking
here,
the
bro.
kids.
Nobody's breaking
I'm
up
taking
on
the
basketball.
kids.
You need more
Right,
playing
right.
time. Like,
Right, you gotta rebound. You gotta rebound better, baby. You gotta bounce out. But yo, you guys know the former star of Love and Hip Hop, Tommy Lee.
No.
I ain't here.
Yeah,
You remember her?
Yeah, I remember her.
Over.
The crazy one.
Yeah,
She was
yeah.
going to court, right? She was going to court for child abuse. She showed up at court drunk.
What?
She is off the hood.
Do you know what?
She is off the
Did you
hood.
hear about her child abuse case though?
What was she doing?
So her
Because she's looking at 54 years.
her daughter did something in school, and she came up to the school.
Drunk.
No, she was sober.
Okay.
And beat the brakes off of her daughter in front of everyone.
What
at
did the
school.
daughter do?
Right.
The school had called and said your daughter's up here acting up. She's doing this,
It
that,
don't
and the
matter.
third. So she came up there and she disciplined her daughter, but it
In
was to
public.
the point where it wasn't like I'm gonna whoop your ass. Oh damn!
I mean, how many times did she act up though? Because she could have been telling her one more time, like 1,000
Absolutely,
times.
but I think it was. to
You
the
don't
point
do
where
that in
they were-
2019.
they were squared
No,
up.
you ain't.
Oh, man.
I would take you to the bathroom,
yeah,
baby.
It wasn't,
Yeah, you're right.
it
Yeah.
wasn't like I'd take off my belt and whoop your ass. It was like that she was throwing punches and she whooped her daughter's ass, and they put the courts put a restraining order on her and her
Wow.
daughter, and she couldn't contact her daughter. And while she was in jail, she used her phone call to call her daughter.
Wow.
So that's she made bail.
For you to have just heard of her, you know a lot about this lady.
Well, I had talked about this a while ago. I didn't say I just heard of her.
You said
I said I know who Tommy
He was
is.
like-
He likes white women.
Tommy Lee's not
That
white.
white.
Oh.
And you know exactly who she is. It's the chick who did the cover for the Migos Bad and Bougie. She was sitting there eating the ramen. You've seen her before. If I showed you a picture,
Sounds
you'd be
white
like,
to
oh.
me.
Nah, bitch is crazy. Bitch is real crazy.
She is crazy. Damn. She really is
She
crazy.
admits she has a problem and she's seeking
I don't think
help.
she really wants to
She's
get
been
help
seeking
because
help
it's
for
what's
years.
helping her
Yeah.
drive that market machine that's keeping the cameras
She
in her
was
face.
rehab, when she got out
So-
of rehab, she was like, I'm going to start up a wine business.
Right. I'm addicted and I'm trying to get off of it, but let me start some wine
We're
business.
like, what was your drink when you was drinking? She said, either hen or wine, so I'm
She violated the restraining order from jail.
I'm good at it. That's one of the things that, you know, you be like, yo, I'm good at this. Like, this is what I'm good at.
That's hilarious.
Right, so I'm good at drinking. I know what it's supposed to taste like.
Right.
So, you
Right.
know,
People gonna like this, and
Right.
it's gonna get you buzzed in like two sips.
She has a wine business. I don't know if it's doing well, but either way.
well, she about to go to jail for 54 years, so
Man.
it can't be doing too.
Tia Will said she violated the restraining order from jail. How's that possible?
That's the maximum that she can get?
She contacted.
But if you got a restraining order, if that's a violation, so you really
No contact. It was you can't
No
be around her
contact.
and you can't contact her.
And she violated that
So
from
she
jail. They was
So
like,
now
The tap phone in jail to call the person you're
that
not
is
allowed to.
hilarious.
The one person-
That's
always
just
tap.
idiotic.
The one person you're not allowed to
Yeah, it is.
contact.
And here we go. And this
You
is my
guys
mom.
You
This is
guys
my
ready
mom.
for some fuck shit? I'm sorry.
We've had a lot of
sorry.
that.
I'm sorry, but this is terrible. What I'm about to tell you guys is one of the most terrible, sadistic things that the American justice system has ever tried to pull.
What's that?
A gentleman by the name of Demetrius Anderson from Connecticut, right? He was released from jail. I'm sorry, he was released from prison in 2006. After the internal audit by the feds, they found out that he owes 16 more months of jail time. And it was like, yo, you got to come back and, pay that off. 16 months.
How do you make a mistake like that?
There's no way. You gonna let me free and then tell me I gotta come back and I ain't did nothing.
No, he hasn't been in jail. He hasn't been in trouble.
He wasn't in
since
there long enough? Is that what they're saying?
Of course.
He let you go early?
He had state time and fed time. So he did his state time, and then when the state let him out, they was supposed to be federal. I guess it's the way it happened is you get transported to a federal penitentiary for the last 16 months.
They got the days wrong?
And they never, I guess they just, the state didn't tell them or something
So
and
it's
let
my
him go.
fault.
And then the
That
feds
is not
never
my
circled
fault.
around and said anything, but they was like, yo, you know what I'm saying?
Seven-
You gotta come back and
Please.
serve this year and change. A year and change in jail.
There's
And
no
I haven't
way.
done nothing.
I mean, you have no choice.
Hello? Chill Will say, can a nigga do weekends?
No, Will. No. You can't just do it. This ain't the reserve.
This is
Why not? Because that's not my fault.
And they messed
But that's
up.
your mistake.
If you're a federal prison,
What?
you don't think you would make those kind of mistakes.
I agree.
You know?
But-
Wow.
I mean, if they
that's
really
messed
pulled
up.
up and it's on your file that you were supposed to have, well, I mean, it could be a conspiracy, but who is he for them to pull that? And he's been out
Right.
since 2006.
Living his best life,
So
getting
they
his
got-
guests
they
going
got-
to
they
church,
get no-
on the deacon board.
Yeah,
Right,
no
he's
choice.
on the deacon board at church for
What?
real. He really had.
You got a choice. You can get the fuck up out of there.
I mean,
Now that's what
you
you
can
want to
country.
do, but still, that's just fucked up. Like
It really is.
that's blowing my
definitely
mind
his-
for real,
his
especially if
fault.
he ain't been doing nothing.
Exactly.
You know that kind of like way made me upset for real. Y'all
Swear.
be on some people shit that's
They
really
need to let him. Yeah,
that's
they need to just let it. They need to.
Let
That's
that
their.
go.
That's their fault.
Yeah,
You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
It wasn't
Don't
like I
penalize me.
escaped.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Let me go.
We ain't
No, you know
Shawshank
what?
it now.
Is he black or white?
His name is Demetrius Anderson.
Hello. We already know what it
Black.
is. We already know what
So
it
he
is.
might go back.
You know he going back.
Oh yeah,
Because he
and
black.
he
If
said he
got
has
a-
faith
if
in
he got
the
a
justice
lawyer-
system.
if he got a lawyer-
His lawyer said it's cruel and unusual punishment.
I
Yeah,
feel
his
it.
lawyer should be able to get it.
Yes.
If he has a good
Great
lawyer, his
lawyer.
lawyer should be able
That
to
is
get him
cruel and unusual.
It
punishment,
is.
So they can fight that.
off. Yeah,
That's-
yeah.
I mean, think about it. I've been out.
As
If he got
long
a-
as
if
he
he got a
know
lawyer,
what he
he's
did while he's fighting it.
Right, since 2006.
No, ain't no way y'all got
That's crazy.
all the way up to now. Oh, you supposed to, we forgot,
Oh,
so you gotta come back.
Finally
Our
get my
bad.
life together.
My bad.
Job. Yeah,
My
right.
bad.
No,
We gonna
man,
get you
no.
good food. You make sure
No.
we take care of you.
We're gonna get you a nice cell.
Get you a
Your
mattress.
bunkie gonna be good.
No, you get your own
Uh-uh.
cell, like for the 16
Now,
bucks.
to play devil's advocate, right?
Okay.
If he does
Unfortunately,
something.
Oh, he has to go back.
Unfortunately, if you went to
jail.
jail, you know how long your time was. You know what I mean? So if they
He knew. That's what I'm saying.
right, if they released you early, you know,
He wasn't
I
gonna say nothing.
He
Right.
said that's what they said. You're getting out early.
right, but
Wow.
But if you
And I
knew
guess,
you had
and you
those
know,
16
you
months-
didn't know if he
But
didn't
like
know
this.
he was getting transferred
But
to
like
a
this.
federal prison. Then you were supposed to transfer me to a federal prison, not say I'm out.
Right.
But that's what I'm
But if
saying,
it's
so-
on the paperwork, then
Right,
you
if it's
were
on the
supposed to
paperwork,
go
right.
back.
so if it's not on the paperwork, then no, he
If
can't.
it's
didn't
not on the
return.
paperwork,
Yeah.
they can't make him go
They
back.
gotta
But
show
if
his
it's on the actual paperwork that they have saying he was supposed to do 16 months in federal.
You had to
after
do
the
an
state-
internal audit 13 years later to catch this mistake.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
So
if they-
think about that.
You said
No.
call Nina Turner Chill Will.
But they look at it like they don't look at it as their mistake. They look at it as him being dishonest. You understand? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because he knew how much time he had. He knew he had fed and he knew he had state time. There's no way you.
But if
didn't
you
know.
but if you say if I'm good,
Of course, you're not gonna turn yourself in. But once
if you
again,
tell me
that's
I'm
the part,
good.
that's the part of the honesty part that they're gonna use against him.
but you tell me I'm
You
good.
knew how much. Regardless,
You
told
hand me
you-
my bag and tell me
Listen,
I'm good.
Listen, here's a prime example. When I came home from the joint, right, they told me that I had warrants and stuff that, well, actually, I had got in trouble the night before. So, they was really just trying to scare me. But they was like, yo, we're not going to release you because, you got, a couple warrants and stuff that you need to straighten out. So I'm like, all right, shit, I mean, there's nothing I can do. I'm in jail. So it's like, all right, well, what do I need to do to straighten out these warrants? They did a little paperwork or whatever. I didn't have no warrants like I thought. So they let me go. But the fact of the matter is, I knew that if they said, nigga, you got to stay here for this much more time, then I was going to have to stay there. I can't go nowhere. I can't do nothing. You know what I'm
But
saying?
if they tell
13 years
you,
later.
but
No,
if they
no, no.
tell you, if they tell you you can go,
If they tell me I can go, I'm still going to ask, like, all right, if I have a 16, if I did state time, and I know, because that's the difference, that's what the discrepancy is here.
Look forward to
You had
that.
state time, right? and you know you have fair time left, then once again, as an upstanding citizen,